All right, so we're gonna dive deep into this Money Revealed 2020 series that you've put together here,
Yeah,
and I know that you are looking for the most impactful takeaways
that's right.
from this series, so you can kind of make some moves. And I know that you've got some big goals in terms of financial independence, and this series covers everything from smart investing to building a successful business, even planning for the future.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is it really brings together experts who each have their own kind of unique approach,
Right.
but it all kind of ties into like this cohesive picture of what it takes to build wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. And first up is Robert Kiyosaki. He's kind of a legend. Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Right.
You know, the one who kind of blew everybody's mind by saying that debt isn't always the enemy.
That's right. Yeah, he totally flips the script on how we think about debt.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of this scary monster, lurking in the shadows, he shows how you can make it work for you.
Exactly. Like, remember how he talks about using debt to snatch up these income generating assets? Yeah.
You're not just drowning in payments, you're using it to build a cash flowing machine.
Yes.
And actually, one of the speakers talked about how they took that idea and ran with it, invested in a rental property and watched the cash flow in.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Kind of like a real life rich dad, poor dad success story.
Yeah, it just shows you that a little bit of strategic risk, guided by the right advice, can lead to massive rewards.
Totally. All right, let's jump from real estate to the stock market. And specifically, a strategy that can seem a little intimidating, but is actually really powerful once you get the hang of it. Covered calls. And our guide here is Andy Tanner.
Yeah.
And he breaks it down in a way that even I could understand.
What's cool about covered calls is you're making money from stocks that you already own.
Right.
It's like renting out your stocks for a premium.
I like that.
Yeah, someone pays you for the option to buy them at a set price.
Yeah.
And if the stock doesn't hit that price, you keep the cash and your stock.
Yeah.
And one of the speakers actually implemented this, and they were blown away by how much it stabilized their portfolio.
Oh, nice.
They said it felt like a weight had been lifted knowing they had this extra layer of protection.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
You potentially get the upside of the stock growth,
Yeah.
plus this steady income stream from the options.
Okay, now for something a little different, retirement planning. Um, I'll be honest, when Doug Andrews started talking about indexed universal life insurance or
Yeah.
IULs, I was like, wait, what insurance for retirement?
Right.
But the more he explained it, the more it made sense.
It's definitely not your typical 401k or IRA.
Right.
But what Andrew highlights is how IULs can offer this unique combination of tax advantages
Right.
and protection from market crashes.
Which is a pretty big deal.
Huge, especially when you're thinking about your nest egg.
One of the speakers said that incorporating an IUL into their plan gave them this incredible peace of mind, knowing that their retirement savings had this extra layer of security, even if the market went haywire.
Yeah, that's great. It just goes to show that there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to financial planning.
Right.
It's all about finding the tools and strategies that align with your specific goals and risk tolerance.
All right, let's shift gears now to long-term investing. I used to be all about chasing the latest hot stock tip, but then I heard Adam Barada talk about the power of playing the long game, and it totally changed my perspective.
Yeah, Bharat is all about building a portfolio that's built to last.
Okay.
One that can weather those inevitable market storms.
Yeah.
And he emphasizes diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket
Right.
and thinking in terms of decades, not just days or weeks.
He also talks about incorporating precious metals like gold into your portfolio. I used to think of gold as something pirates buried on a deserted island. But Barada makes a really compelling case for its role as a stabilizer, especially during times of economic uncertainty.
Yeah, it's like an insurance policy for your portfolio.
Right, right.
When things get rocky, gold tends to hold its value,
Yeah.
providing a much-needed counterbalance to the volatility of other assets.
One of the speakers mentioned how they were initially hesitant about precious metals, but then saw firsthand how they help protect their investments during a really turbulent period.
Right. It's like having a safe haven for your money when the storm hits.
Okay. Are you ready to dive into the world of entrepreneurship?
I'm ready.
Because Kevin Harrington, the Shark Tank guru himself,
Yeah.
is about to drop some serious knowledge bombs.
Yeah, he doesn't hold back.
No, he doesn't.
Harrington goes straight to the heart of what it takes to build a successful business.
Right.
A killer pitch and a laser-focused marketing strategy. It's not enough to just have a great product or service. You have to know how to sell it.
And one of the speakers took Harrington's advice to heart, completely revamped their entire approach. They really dug deep into understanding their target market, crafting their message, refining their online presence, and the results, client engagement skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Their business took off like a rocket.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's a testament to the power of clarity and focus.
Yeah.
When you know exactly who you're talking to and what message resonates with them, everything changes.
Speaking of changing things up, let's talk about the gig economy. Remember when it was just about side hustles?
Yeah.
Well, Brian Page is here to tell us it's a whole lot more than that.
Right. Page shows us that the gig economy is a legitimate avenue for building a thriving income stream, maybe even ditching the traditional 9 to 5 altogether.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
it's about leveraging platforms like Upwork and Fiverr,
Right.
crafting your personal brand and finding your niche in this ever-expanding world of freelance work.
One of the speakers shared their initial hesitation about taking the plunge into freelancing. They were used to the stability of a real job, quote unquote, but they took the leap, embraced Page's advice, and haven't looked back. They found freedom, flexibility, and here's the best part, the potential to earn way more than they ever could in their old job.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a powerful example of how embracing change and new ways of working can lead to not just financial gain, but also a whole new level of personal and professional fulfillment.
All right, so we all know that the road to financial success isn't always smooth sailing, right? There are bumps in the road, unexpected detours, maybe even a flat tire or two.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's where John Maxwell comes in, sharing his wisdom on leading through tough times.
Yeah, Maxwell reminds us that even when things get rough, it's crucial to keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
He stresses the importance of staying positive, focusing on your long-term goals. And this is key, fostering a resilient mindset, both personally and within your team if you've got one.
One of the speakers shared how they used Maxwell's principles to steer their business through a particularly stormy period. And instead of panicking, they focused on boosting morale, staying optimistic, and remembering their why. And guess what? They came out the other side stronger than ever.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah.
It's proof that a positive mindset and strong leadership are like superpowers, when it comes to navigating challenges.
Totally.
They turn obstacles into opportunities for growth and learning.
All right, let's talk about taking things to the next level, scaling your business. Vern Harnish is our expert here, and he gets down to the nitty-gritty of optimizing operations and using technology to fuel sustainable growth.
Harnish really emphasizes the importance of investing in systems and technologies that can help you streamline processes and boost efficiency.
Yeah.
Think automation, data analysis, and strategic planning, all the tools you need to build a business that can truly scale and stand the test of time.
One speaker decided to put Harnish's advice into action and implemented a brand new project management system, and it revolutionized their team's workflow communication, went through the roof, and they saw a massive jump in productivity.
Wow. Yeah, it shows how the right technology can be a game changer, not just for big corporations, but for businesses of all sizes.
Absolutely.
It frees up time, energy, and resources, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, growth and innovation.
All right, now let's face it, nobody loves paying taxes, right?
Yep.
But they're a fact of life, and Tom Wheelwright is here to help us make the most of it, or at least minimize the pain through strategic tax planning.
Right. Wheelwright stresses that understanding tax laws and leveraging deductions can legally reduce your tax burden.
Yeah.
He's all about exploring tax-efficient investments and planning strategically to optimize your overall financial picture.
One of the speakers dove headfirst into Wheelwright's strategies and was amazed by how much money they saved come tax season. They specifically mentioned investing in tax-advantaged accounts, which made a huge difference in their bottom line.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a fantastic example of how a little bit of knowledge and planning can go a long way.
For sure.
By understanding the rules of the game, we can keep more of our hard-earned money and make our finances work harder for us.
Now let's talk about something a little more personal, legacy planning. It might not be the most exciting topic, but Chris Hogan makes a powerful case for why it's so important to think about the impact we want to make even after we're gone.
Right. Hogan encourages us to think beyond our own lifetimes
Yeah.
and consider how we want our financial resources to benefit our families and the causes we care about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about creating a financial legacy that reflects our values and ensures our loved ones are taken care of even when we're no longer around.
One speaker was so moved by Hogan's message that they completely revised their estate plan. They decided to incorporate charitable giving, making sure that a portion of their wealth would continue to support causes they believed in long after they were gone. It added this whole new layer of meaning and purpose to their financial planning.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful example of how financial planning can be about so much more than just numbers. You know,
Right.
it can be a way to express our values, make a difference in the world, and ensure our legacy lives on.
Okay, we're getting close to the finish line here, but we got a few more experts to cover. Next up is Brandon Dawson sharing his wisdom on small business growth. He's all about the power of building a killer team and putting your customers first.
Right. Dawson believes that a strong team is the backbone of any thriving business.
Yeah.
He also emphasizes the importance of building strong relationships with your customers, arguing that loyal customers are the lifeblood of any successful enterprise.
One of the speakers took Dawson's advice to heart and made a conscious effort to elevate their customer service game. They went above and beyond for their clients, exceeding expectations at every turn. And guess what? Customer satisfaction and loyalty soared, leading to more business and stronger relationships.
That's great. Yeah, it's a brilliant reminder that in today's hyper-competitive world, outstanding customer service can be a major differentiator.
Yeah.
When you create an experience that people rave about, they keep coming back for more and they tell their friends.
All right, we're on to our final expert in this financial marathon, and it's none other than Joe Polish, the networking and marketing master. He's got a really unique approach that cuts through the noise and gets to the heart of what it takes to build a thriving business.
Right. Polish is all about building genuine connections
Yeah.
and creating content that truly resonates with your audience. He believes that authenticity and value are key to standing out in a crowded marketplace.
One of the speakers decided to give Polish's strategies a shot, and they saw a noticeable difference in their client acquisition and brand visibility. They realized that it wasn't about pushing sales messages 24/7. It was about building real relationships and providing information that people actually found helpful and engaging.
Yeah, it's a testament to the fact that people can spot a phony a mile away.
Right.
When
Right.
you're genuine, when you provide real value, people are drawn to you, and that's what builds lasting success.
And last but certainly not least, we have Bill Burtman, who brings a powerful message about resilience and overcoming adversity.
Right.
This is a guy who's faced some serious challenges in his life,
Yeah.
but he always bounces back stronger.
Bartman's story is incredibly inspiring.
It is.
He talks about the importance of having a positive mindset, unwavering determination, and a willingness to learn from your setbacks.
Right.
He believes that challenges are inevitable,
Yeah.
but it's our response to them that determines our ultimate success.
One of the speakers shared how much Bartman's story resonated with them. They'd experienced their own share of financial ups and downs, and hearing Bartman talk about his journey gave them a renewed sense of hope and motivation. It's like a reminder that no matter what life throws at you, you have the power to overcome it and come out stronger on the other side.
It's a message we all need to hear sometimes, especially when things get tough.
Yeah.
Bartman's story is a beacon of hope, reminding us that we're all capable of achieving incredible things, even in the face of adversity.
So we've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
from conquering debt and investing like a pro to building a business that rocks and leaving a legacy that matters. This Money Revealed series is like a treasure map to financial freedom.
It's amazing how these experts, each with their own unique perspective, come together to paint this comprehensive picture of what it takes to build real, lasting wealth. It's not just about making money, it's about creating a life of financial well-being and purpose.
Absolutely. And the best part is that they don't just talk theory.
Right.
They give you real-world strategies and actionable advice that you can actually implement in your own life.
That's right.
Like, remember Kiyosaki's whole concept of using debt to your advantage?
Yes.
It's a game changer.
It really challenges that traditional fear-based approach to debt
Right.
and encourages us to think about it as a potential tool for building wealth.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to be smart about it, but Kiyosaki shows how you can leverage debt to acquire income-generating assets, like that rental property example we talked about,
Right.
and accelerate your path to financial freedom.
It's like turning debt from a burden into a stepping stone.
Yes.
And then there's Andy Tanner's strategy with covered calls. I'll admit, I was a little intimidated by the whole options trading thing at first,
Yeah.
but Tanner breaks it down so clearly, and the results one of the speakers experienced were just incredible.
Yeah, it's a great example of how a strategy that might seem complex on the surface can actually be quite accessible and incredibly beneficial the way Tanner explains it. It's like you're renting out your stocks for a premium.
I love that analogy.
Yeah, generating income while still potentially benefiting from any price appreciation. It's like a win-win.
And I love how Doug Andrew opened my eyes to the world of IULs. I had no idea that insurance could play such a powerful role in retirement planning.
Yeah.
The tax advantages and the protection from market downturns are huge, especially as you get closer to retirement.
Right. It's all about finding the right tools and strategies that align with your individual goals and risk tolerance. IULs might not be the perfect fit for everyone, but for some people, they can be a game changer when it comes to creating a secure and comfortable retirement.
And speaking of long-term thinking, Adam Barada's emphasis on playing the long game and building a diversified portfolio that can weather any storm really resonated with me. It's easy to get caught up in the short-term fluctuations of the market, but Barada reminds us that slow and steady often wins the race.
Absolutely. It's about having a plan, sticking to it, and not letting emotions dictate your investment decisions.
Right.
Barada stresses the importance of diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket, and considering different asset classes, including precious metals like gold, which can act as a safe haven during times of economic uncertainty.
It's like building a fortress for your wealth, sturdy, resilient, and capable of withstanding any economic hurricane. And Kevin Harrington's no-nonsense advice on entrepreneurship is pure gold. He cuts right to the chase, emphasizing the importance of a killer pitch, laser-focused marketing, and really understanding your target audience.
Yeah, Harrington's a master at branding and marketing, and he knows what it takes to make a business stand out in a crowded marketplace. His advice on crafting a compelling story, targeting the right customers, and building a strong online presence is invaluable for any entrepreneur, no matter what stage they're at.
And Brian Page's perspective on the gig economy is so empowering. He shows us that the traditional 9 to 5 isn't the only path to success anymore. The gig economy offers this incredible opportunity to create your own schedule, be your own boss, and potentially earn more than you ever could in a traditional job.
Right, it's about embracing the changing landscape of work and leveraging the power of platforms like Upwork and Fiverr to find freelance gigs, build your personal brand, and create a career that aligns with your passions and skills. It's about taking control of your destiny.
And when the going gets tough, John Maxwell's wisdom on leadership during challenging times is like a lifeline. He reminds us that setbacks are inevitable, but it's our response to them that defines us.
Right. Maxwell emphasizes the importance of staying positive, maintaining a long-term perspective, and fostering a resilient mindset both within yourself and within your team, if you have one.
Right. He shows us how strong leadership can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and learning.
It's about finding that inner strength, that unwavering determination to keep going even when the odds are stacked against you, and when it comes to scaling your business.
Yeah.
Vern Harnish's insights are pure gold. He breaks down the key elements of building a business that can truly stand the test of time, optimizing operations, investing in the right technology, and creating systems that can handle growth.
You know, Harnish is all about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
He shows us how to leverage technology to streamline processes, boost efficiency, and create a business that can scale smoothly and sustainably. It's about building a machine that runs like clockwork.
And let's face it, taxes are a necessary evil, but Tom Wheelwright shows us how to make peace with them and potentially save a ton of money through strategic tax planning.
Right. Wheelwright is a master at navigating the complexities of the tax system.
Yeah.
And he shares his knowledge in a way that's easy to understand and implement.
He emphasizes the importance of staying informed about tax laws, leveraging deductions, and exploring tax-advantaged investment opportunities.
It's about taking control of your tax situation instead of letting it control you. And Chris Hogan's message about legacy planning is so powerful. He reminds us that it's not just about accumulating wealth, it's about what we do with it and the impact we make on the world.
Right. Hogan encourages us to think about our values, our passions, and the legacy we want to leave behind.
Yeah.
It's about creating a financial plan that aligns with our deepest desires and ensures that our loved ones are taken care of even when we're no longer around.
It's about living a life of purpose and making a difference that extends beyond our own lifetimes. And Brandon Dawson's advice on building a strong team and nurturing customer relationships is so spot on.
Right. Dawson reminds us that people are at the heart of every successful business.
Yeah.
It's about creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued and supported.
Right.
And it's about going above and beyond to create an exceptional customer experience that builds loyalty and trust.
It's about creating a community around your business, a tribe of loyal fans who love what you do and can't wait to tell their friends. And Joe Polish's insights on networking and marketing are pure gold. He's got this unique approach that's all about building genuine connections and creating content that truly resonates with your audience.
Right. Polish believes that authenticity and value are key to cutting through the noise in today's crowded marketplace.
Right.
It's not about pushing sales messages 24/7. It's about building relationships, providing valuable information, and creating an experience that people genuinely enjoy.
It's about making people feel seen, heard, and understood. And Bill Bartman's story of resilience and overcoming adversity is so inspiring. It's a reminder that no matter what challenges we face, we have the power to rise above them and achieve our dreams.
Right. Bartman talks about the importance of maintaining a positive mindset, cultivating unwavering determination, and embracing setbacks as opportunities for growth. His story is a testament to the human spirit's incredible ability to overcome even the toughest obstacles.
It's a reminder that we're all capable of achieving incredible things when we set our minds to it and never give up on our dreams. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the key takeaway is that financial success is not a matter of luck or circumstance. It's about mindset, strategy, and taking action.
The Money Revealed series provides a wealth of knowledge and inspiration to empower individuals to take control of their financial futures. It's like having a team of expert coaches in your corner guiding you every step of the way.
And the beauty of it is that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
It's about giving you the tools and knowledge to create your own personalized path to financial success.
That's what makes it so valuable. It recognizes that everyone's financial situation is unique and there's no magic formula.
Yeah.
It's about empowering individuals to make informed decisions that align with their values and goals.
So if you're feeling overwhelmed by the thought of tackling your finances, remember this. You don't have to do it all at once. Just pick one area that resonates with you. Maybe it's investing, maybe it's entrepreneurship, or maybe it's getting your estate plan in order.
Start small, take one step at a time, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, the journey to financial well-being is a marathon, not a sprint.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And if you're looking for a comprehensive guide to help you along that journey, we highly recommend checking out the Money Revealed 2020 series. It's packed with valuable insights and actionable advice from some of the brightest minds in finance.
It's an investment in yourself and your future that could pay dividends for years to come. So there you have it, our deep dive into the Money Revealed 2020 series. We hope you found it insightful, inspiring, and most importantly, empowering.
Remember, financial success is within your reach. Go out there and make it happen.
Yeah, take action.
All right, so I'm super excited to kind of continue this deep dive into the Money Revealed series.
Yeah, me too.
There's so much good stuff in here, and I know we've only just scratched the surface.
Right, it's like a treasure trove of financial wisdom.
It is, and we've got a lot more to unpack. So why don't we just jump right back in?
Let's do it.
So I think one of the things that really struck me about this series was how each expert had their own kind of unique spin on things.
Right, they all come from different backgrounds and have different areas of expertise.
Right, but it all kind of ties together in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like they're all pieces of the same puzzle.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes it so valuable. You're getting this really well-rounded perspective on financial success.
And it's not just theory. They're all practitioners. They've actually done this stuff themselves.
Right, they're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk.
Exactly, and that makes their advice so much more credible and relatable.
So let's dive back in and revisit some of these key takeaways, starting with Robert Kiyosaki and his whole concept of using debt to your advantage.
You know, that's one of the most controversial ideas in the series, but it's also one of the most powerful.
Right, it really challenges the conventional wisdom about debt.
Yeah, most people are taught to fear debt, to avoid it at all costs.
But Kiyosaki says, no, 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 you can actually use debt to build wealth.
Right, but you have to be smart about it. You have to use debt to acquire assets that generate income.
Like that rental property example we talked about.
Exactly. You're not just taking on debt for consumption. You're using it to create a cash flow.
Right, and that's the key difference.
And it can be a really effective way to accelerate your path to financial freedom.
Now, I know that this concept can be a little scary for some people.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone.
But it's worth considering.
Right, if you're comfortable with a little bit of risk and you're willing to do your homework,
you can really make debt work for you.
And Kiyosaki provides a lot of guidance on how to do that safely and responsibly.
So let's move on to Andy Tanner and his strategy with covered calls.
Yeah, this is a great way to generate income from stocks that you already own.
Right. It's like getting paid to hold your investments.
And it can also help to reduce your risk.
One of the speakers in the series talked about how they used covered calls to create a more stable and predictable income stream from their portfolio.
Yeah, it's like having a built-in safety net.
And it gave them a lot more peace of mind.
Especially during times when the market was volatile.
Right. They knew that they had this extra layer of protection.
And it allowed them to stay invested for the long term.
Which is key to building wealth in the stock market.
Yeah, time is your friend when it comes to investing.
Okay, now let's talk about Doug Andrew and his insights on retirement planning, specifically his take on IULs.
IULs are a bit of a controversial topic in the financial world,
Right? Some people love them, some people hate them.
but Andrew makes a really compelling case for why they can be a powerful tool for retirement planning
He highlights the tax advantages, the protection from market downturns.
and the potential for growth.
One of the speakers in this series shared how they used an IUL to create a tax-free retirement income stream,
Well, that's impressive.
and they were really happy with the results.
IULs are not for everyone, but they can be a great option for people who are looking for tax-advantaged growth and protection.
And speaking of long-term planning, Adam Barada's emphasis on playing the long game really resonated with me.
Yeah, he's all about building a portfolio that can stand the test of time.
He talks about the importance of diversification.
Right, not putting all your eggs in one basket.
And he also recommends considering precious metals like gold as a way to hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty.
Gold has been a store of value for centuries,
Right. It's like a financial insurance policy.
and it can provide peace of mind during times of market turmoil.
So we've covered a lot of ground already, but we've got a lot more to go. I'm really excited to keep diving into these expert insights and see what other gems we can uncover.
Me too. This series is packed with valuable information, and I know we're going to learn a lot.
All right, so let's keep going.
Okay, so next up we've got Kevin Harrington, the Shark Tank guru himself, and he's sharing his secrets to entrepreneurial success.
Harrington's been there, done that, built multiple successful businesses.
Right, he's a true entrepreneur.
And he's got a no-nonsense approach that cuts through the BS.
Yeah, he tells it like it is.
And he's all about taking action.
Right, he says you can have the greatest idea in the world, but if you don't take action, it's worthless.
And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Harrington's advice to launch their own successful business.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so inspiring to hear those real-life success stories.
It shows that it's possible to achieve your dreams if you're willing to put in the work.
And Harrington provides a roadmap for how to do that.
So let's move on to Brian Page and his insights on the gig economy.
The gig economy is exploding,
It is. It's changing the way we work.
and Page shows us how to leverage it to create a thriving income stream.
He talks about the importance of building a personal brand
Right, establishing yourself as an expert in your field,
and finding your niche.
finding that sweet spot where your skills and passions meet the needs of the market.
And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Page's advice to transition from a traditional 9-to-5 job to a successful freelance career.
That's great. Yeah, it shows that it's possible to create a fulfilling and profitable career on your own terms.
And that's what the gig economy is all about: freedom, flexibility, and control.
And it's only getting bigger.
Now let's talk about John Maxwell and his wisdom on leadership during challenging times.
We all face challenges in life.
Right. It's inevitable.
And Maxwell shows us how to navigate those challenges with grace and resilience.
He talks about the importance of maintaining a positive attitude
Right, focusing on what you can control.
and learning from your mistakes.
And he emphasizes the importance of building a strong team.
Right, because you can't do it alone.
And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Maxwell's principles to lead their team through a really difficult time.
Yeah, they faced some major setbacks, but they were able to overcome them because they had a strong leader who kept them focused and motivated.
It's a great reminder that leadership is crucial not just in business, but in all areas of life.
Okay, let's move on to Vern Harnish and his insights on scaling your business.
Harnish is a master of systems and processes.
He's all about creating a business that can run smoothly and efficiently, even as it grows,
Right. He talks about the importance of investing in the right technology.
and building a strong team.
And he provides a framework for scaling your business in a way that's sustainable and profitable.
One of the speakers in the series shared how they used Harnish's principles to grow their business from a small startup to a multi-million-dollar enterprise.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's a testament to the power of systems and processes.
Right, when you have the right systems in place, your business can run like a well-oiled machine.
And that frees you up to focus on the big picture.
Now let's talk about taxes. I know it's not the most exciting topic.
Yeah, but it's important.
And Tom Wheelwright makes it a lot more interesting than you might think.
He's a tax expert who actually enjoys what he does.
And he's passionate about helping people save money on their taxes.
He shows us how to leverage the tax code to our advantage.
Right. There are a lot of legal ways to reduce your tax burden.
And Wheelwright shows us how to do it ethically and responsibly.
One of the speakers in the series shared how they used wheelwright strategies to save thousands of dollars on their taxes.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like getting a bonus every year.
And it's all legal.
So it's a win-win.
Okay, let's move on to Chris Hogan and his insights on legacy planning.
You know, Hogan is a big believer in leaving a legacy that matters.
Right. It's not just about accumulating wealth.
It's about using your wealth to make a positive impact on the world
He encourages us to think about our values and our passions.
and to create a plan that aligns with those values.
One of the speakers in the series shared how they used Hogan's advice to create a legacy plan that included charitable giving and provisions for their family.
Yeah, it's a great way to ensure that your wealth is used for good even after you're gone.
And it's a way to leave a lasting legacy that reflects your values.
And finally, we have Brandon Dawson sharing his wisdom on building a strong team and nurturing customer relationships.
You know, Dawson is a big believer in the power of people.
Yeah, he says that your team and your customers are your most valuable assets.
All right, and he shows us how to build strong relationships with both.
He talks about the importance of creating a positive work environment.
Right, where everyone feels valued and appreciated.
And he emphasizes the importance of going above and beyond for your customers.
Right, because customer loyalty is key to long-term success.
And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Dawson's advice. And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Dawson's advice to improve their customer service and build stronger relationships with their clients, and the results were amazing. They saw an increase in customer satisfaction and loyalty, which led to more business and higher profits.
It's a great reminder that taking care of your customers is not just good karma, it's good business.
Absolutely. And finally, we have Joe Polish sharing his unique approach to networking and marketing.
You know, Polish is a master connector.
He's all about building relationships.
Right, and he believes that the best way to grow your business is to connect with the right people.
And he provides a framework for doing that effectively.
He talks about the importance of providing value.
Right, you have to give before you can get.
And he emphasizes the importance of following up.
You know, it's not enough to just meet someone. You have to stay in touch and nurture the relationship.
And one of the speakers in the series shared how they used Polish's strategies to build a powerful network of contacts that helped them grow their business.
It's a great example of how networking can be a powerful tool for success.
So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the Money Revealed series.
We've covered a lot of ground.
But I think we've only just scratched the surface.
Right, there's so much more to unpack.
And I'm excited to keep diving in and see what other gems we can uncover.
Me too. This series is a treasure trove of financial wisdom.
And I know that it has the power to transform lives.
Absolutely. It's all about taking action.
Right. You can have all the knowledge in the world.
But if you don't apply it,
It's worthless.
so what's one thing you're going to do today to take action on what you've learned?
Write it down, make a plan, and commit to it.
Your future self will thank you.
It's amazing, isn't it, how this whole series, it really avoids like trying to pigeonhole you into one specific way of doing things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like this is the only path to financial success.
Right.
It's more like giving you this toolbox, you know, with all these different tools and strategies.
That's a great way to put it.
And then you get to choose which ones resonate with you, which ones you're, excited to try out.
Yeah, exactly.
And the cool thing is you've already, you've gathered all these incredible insights from this Money Revealed series.
Yeah,
Now it's just about taking that knowledge and turning it into action.
exactly.
But I think one of the biggest challenges that people face is that they get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin?
It can feel very overwhelming.
It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in one giant leap.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
You got to break it down.
You've got to break it down into smaller steps.
And so, I think that's where it's helpful to maybe just pick one expert
Yeah.
whose advice really resonated with you.
Yeah,
And just focus on that for now.
exactly.
And, maybe it's Kiyosaki's concept of using debt to acquire income-generating assets.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Tanner's approach to covered calls.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's something as simple as, setting up a budget.
Right.
Or finally tackling that debt
Hmm.
that's been weighing you down.
Yeah.
Or, having a conversation with a financial advisor.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is, just pick one thing
Yeah.
and focus on that
And take action.
and take action.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. Momentum builds momentum.
That's right.
So as you experience those small wins,
Right.
you'll start to gain confidence
Yep.
and you'll be more motivated to keep going.
It's like a snowball rolling downhill, right?
Exactly.
It starts small, but then it just gains momentum and it becomes this unstoppable force.
And remember, you don't have to do this alone. That's so important.
There are so many resources available.
Yes.
Books, podcasts, online communities, financial advisors, mentors, exactly.
Yeah.
A whole network of people
Yeah.
who can provide guidance and encouragement.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in reaching out to someone who's been there, done that.
Right. We're all in this together.
Financial success is a journey.
Yeah.
It's not a destination.
It's a journey best shared
It is.
with others.
That's right. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Money Revealed series,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
What's one specific action you can take today, inspired by this series, to move closer to your financial goals?
Love it.
Write it down, make a plan, and commit to taking that step.
Yes.
It could be as simple as reading one chapter of a financial book or scheduling a meeting with a financial advisor.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is, just take that first step.
Yeah.
Because even the smallest actions can have a ripple effect.
That's right.
Yeah.
Leading to bigger and bigger changes over time.
You have the power to create the financial future that you desire.
We do.
So start today.
Yeah.
And never stop learning, growing, and evolving on your path to financial freedom.
I love it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Money Revealed series.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We hope you found it valuable and insightful and empowering.
Absolutely.
Remember, financial success is within your reach.
Yeah.
Go out there and make it happen.
Make it happen.